Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Black Series Cad Bane. So first off, here's Cad Bane's packaging. You can see he has the newer Black Series packaging. Some really nice art on the side of Cad Bane. On the back, the same art. On the bottom, you can see the barcode. Cad Bane, a ruthless bounty hunter from the planet Duro. I hope I'm saying that right. Cad Bane was the preeminent blaster for hire in the galaxy at the time of the Clone Wars. No quarry was too dangerous for Bane, if the price was right. Very dope. If you haven't seen the Clone Wars, I totally suggest you check it out. Cad Bane is an amazing, badass bounty hunter who is often fighting Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. So, very entertaining show. 4 and up. Let's take a look at the figure. So first off, with Cad Bane, for accessories, we get 2 of these blasters that are exactly the same. Very nice sculpts. Love the hilt. I love the barrel and the paint variation, and I love the silver chrome kind of metal look to it. It works so well, and he holds the guns absolutely perfect. You can just pop a gun in here. It takes a little bit, but his hands are pretty pliable, so you can pop them open, pop the gun in, and you can see that looks just perfect. And if you don't want him to be holding the gun, I'll leave that in there. It fits in his holster very snug and slides out very easy. It takes a little bit of effort, but no worries, it fits very good. Aside from that, he just has this hat, which has a tendency to fall off pretty easy. And I'm pretty sure this is the front side. I don't know. Correct me, I dropped it when I popped him out of the box, and now I have no idea which way is front. I think it's the dirtier painted side, though. I'm not totally sure. But it fits on his head pretty well. It just kind of falls off easy. So, I mean, they maybe could have made it just like a tiny bit smaller, like tighter around the head, so it wouldn't fall off so easy. But you can see it just takes a small bump and the thing is off. So be careful when you pop him out of the box that his hat doesn't fly out, because mine did. So first things first, this guy is a beautiful figure. He comes with a very nice hat that already you can see has a very nice paint job. Very dirty, very metallic around the rim. He kills the dude to get it in, I think, season 4, and it is very dope. So you can take that hat off. The dude loves hats. He's basically a badass Western bounty hunter. So very cool. Aside from that, we get a nice Cad Bane face sculpt. I think the forehead is a bit tall, but it looks good for the most part. I have a tiny bit of scuffing there. Around, you get a kind of greenish blue here in his little breathing thing, whatever the hell this is. It looks so awesome and can move a little, it feels like. So yeah, it's not going to break or anything. It actually rotates in his head a tiny bit, but this one, yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. I'm glad they paid attention to that. One thing I do want to point out too is the articulation in his neck is very dope. You can actually, like, it's like a pocket kind of joint that goes right in, like, where his bone, the collarbone is. Very cool. And there is a rotation here at the top of the head too, which I'm thinking is on a dumbbell joint, but it's a little restricted, and I don't want to pop it off and break it. The paint job here is very similar to the hat in its dirtiness on the inside of the jacket. All the metallics throughout this guy are very well detailed. I love the actual paint job though. Look at that. Look at that. Just amazing what they did. And I love the metallics here too. Very great attention to detail. I love the dirtiness of his outfit, the kind of shading they add. Just they're like a wash. It's very clean, man. They do a really good job. Even up here on the face, you can see small little metallics there. All throughout his jacket you can, and these gauntlets too are just sculpted so nice. Everything is painted, even the little red buttons, man. The fingers are long and gangly, as they should be. They look really good and fit the guns well. These little black jetpack little things on his ankles here that you see in the show are painted very nicely too. I can't tell if they move at all. I don't want to break them, so I'm not going to mess with them. Maybe they do. He does come with this thing here, which is a little hanging on him, a little bit awkward, but it looks good for the most part. Not too bad, not too shabby. But overall, the paint job on this guy is just astounding. They do a really phenomenal job. Another thing too with the rotation. So they have a rotation at the elbow here, okay? But if you rotate it, odds are you're going to end up ripping one of these kinds of tubes, okay? It's a very similar situation with the Mandalorian figures, all right? So what they did was they actually hid a rotation under the flaps of his jacket as well. So you can rotate his arm without breaking this, and you get this nice hinge here that's almost double jointed, but it's a little over 90 degrees, maybe, yeah, just a tiny bit, or just at 90 degrees. So a bit restricted, but works really, really well for the most part. I'd say it's a little bit over 90. I can't tell though. I don't know. But another thing too about this guy is, again, like, they hide articulation throughout everywhere. Look at the hidden articulation in his boot here. Really, really nice. And it also implements the new articulation we've seen in some other figures, where there is a hinge here under his pants at the knee and a rotation as well, which I'm not super keen on. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it, but I would prefer if they, again, I say this way too freaking often, man, and it's a damn shame I do, but there should be a rotation at the boot. There really should be, below the knee, because that's really where it matters. Like I said, you get him in a dynamic pose, you want to tilt that foot a little this way to get a nice balance going without him falling over and being a little tippy, but we can't do that now. And I mean, it's not like you really get that out of the knee. I mean, maybe you kind of do, especially with this rotation, but it just feels like it doesn't serve a huge purpose, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, I have a little red mark there. Can I get that? No. Well, this figure's shit. I'm done. Just kidding. He's one of my favorite figures ever. I love him. But very, very nice job overall. Kind of a soft plastic coat here. A little code stuff there. Made in China. Lick my butthole. Awesome. But overall, just a very, very good job. And I love the hidden articulation. I love the soft plastics used. The tubes are very safe to... it's very safe to move these arms without ripping the tubes, so that's great. Overall, just the likeness to the character in the show is spot the hell on. And the actual figure is just one of the best outings in the Black Series, in my opinion. So, for articulation for Cad Bane, his head goes back about this far, goes forward about this far. His arms go out pretty dang far as well. They obviously go all the way around. There is a rotation here at the bicep. There's a rotation at the elbow as well, which is kind of useless. There is a single jointed hinge here, but it goes a little bit, it's a little bit better than single jointed maybe, I don't know. And there is a little bit of sculpting on the elbow piece as well. There is also a swivel inside the jacket at his waist, which is, it's okay. It gives some motion, a little bit of pivot here, which comes in handy, and I'm glad they used it. As for other rotation at the waist, nothing, but there's obviously rotation with this swivel, so that's great. I should mention too, oh god, how did I not remember this? At the hands, there's vertical hinges, so you can actually point the guns appropriately, like how all figures who have guns should have the articulation. I mean, that can vary a little bit if you have like a rifle, but when it comes to just having two pistols, there should be vertical joints at the wrists, because that just looks so much better in my opinion. The legs go out pretty far, aren't too hindered by these suckers here, the holsters. So they go out pretty far. They go forward very, very far. They don't go back too far, just a little bit naturally. They have a rotation here at the thigh where the boot is. There's rotation at the knee as well, which is kind of useless. And there is a joint here as well, which is pretty much like a single joint, but it looks good and it works well in my opinion. I dig it. There is no rotation below that, sadly. There is an awesome ankle pivot, and there is a hinge here, and there is some sculpting at the bottom of the boot. I didn't even notice that. Wonderful. And for height, here he is next to one of the clone troopers that is loyal to Ahsoka. What the hell are they called? I don't know. Comment down below exactly what they belong to. I know there's a fancy term for it that's on the box, but I don't have the box. I don't think I do anyways. No, I don't. So comment down below what it is. But you can see they're about the same height. Cad Bane's maybe just maybe a tiny bit taller or shorter. I can't tell. They're pretty much exactly the same height. If maybe if you cut off the top piece of this helmet here, it'd be a little bit shorter. But I'm gonna say Cad Bane's a tiny bit shorter, about the same height. I don't know. Tough to say. And just for reference, so you know how tall he is, here he is next to the retro Spidey, and he's a bit shorter than Spidey. So overall, I'm going to say Cad Bane is just a solid 10 out of 10, dude. One of the coolest Black Series figures I have on my shelf. No questions asked. If you come by this guy, make sure you buy him, because you will not regret it. Not the kind of figure you see a new version come out of and you sell. I think this is as good as it gets, man. Beautiful, beautiful figure. Some great articulation, some great sculpting and paint work. Just hits all the marks, man. Beautiful work. So He was $23. I got him at GameStop. I have not seen him anywhere outside of GameStop. But comment down below. Have you seen him in any other retail stores? Because I have not yet, sadly. Hopefully I do. I'm hoping to find that Flame Trooper or Incinerator Trooper as well. That'd be very dope. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this review. Stay tuned for more Black Series reviews. If you haven't yet, comment down below, like this video, subscribe, man. I post a lot of action figure reviews. I've got some coming up, so stay tuned for more. But most importantly, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay the fuck home. If you're not staying home, what are you doing? It's COVID season, baby, and we got to protect our elders. So stay home, stay safe, but keep on collecting. Peace, guys.